Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I'm talking about Legion Season 3, Episode 3, Chapter 22. This was directed by John Cameron. And here we pretty much have a love story and the origin sort of Charles Xavier. You get to see how he met his wife, Gabrielle, and how David got into existence. You also got to see how David got possessed by Farouk. Now, you don't see the battle between the Shadow King and David, but you already know that it doesn't end well. So at first, it starts off in a mental institution. I mean, you find that Charles Xavier, you know they don't say his name, but you know who he is. He's there. You're saying, what is going on here? Why is he in this mental institution? He's trying to get help. The doctor's trying to talk to him. Like he's seeing that he's spaced out, but then he sees this girl, very beautiful, also in the same situation, also in the mental institution as well, and that's how they meet and fall in love. And you hearing David in the background, but you're not seeing him, trying to pretty much throughout the whole entire thing talk to his mom and get her attention, but he can't do it. He's just watching it. He also seeing how his parents got together, because he met his girl in the mental institution. Only difference is his mother didn't have powers. Charles did, and his girlfriend does have powers, and they had a falling out, just like, well, Charles and Gabrielle didn't have a falling out. He just left and never came back. But that's messed up there. But still, nonetheless, you get to see their origin. You pretty much watching the whole situation throughout. And you also now you understand what David was trying to do with Switch, what he wanted to do with her powers. The whole point of this whole episode was for David to go back in time and stop and warn his mom about what's going to happen to him and try to stop Farouk from entering his body. Because if Farouk doesn't enter his body, none of this happens. The whole world he's in now, everything he's going through right now, relationship he has with his girlfriend, none of that happens. It erases everything. Because Farouk has never been inside of his brain, making him think he's crazy, and then that he would have been free the whole time. And how the relationship probably would have been with his mom and stuff like that too, who knows? It would have changed everything. And you're starting to see him trying to stop this, trying to correct it, because he thinks though he's seeing what's going on. You don't see him either, and he keeps trying to stop it. He keeps trying to warn his mom, trying to get her attention, but she can't hear him. And she hears him a little bit here and there, but she thinks it's some kind of evil spirit or some kind of a ghost haunting her, and it's like driving her, making her even more crazy. The thing is though, the thing he's trying to prevent, he's actually causing at the same time. It's so interesting because this happens like in the comic books too, when David went back in time to try to help his father against Magneto. He ended up killing his father instead, and then causes the Age of the Apocalypse. So even though he was trying to fix something that didn't happen in his past, he couldn't do it. And you have Switch using all her powers and abilities to try to get him to give him an opportunity to use his powers, but she can't do it either. But also the interesting part is watching the love story grow between Charles and Gabrielle. And even though they changed a lot of Charles Xavier's origin, I do like the fact they kept the military in there, because it's not in the movies. Because in the movies, he went to college, and the next thing you know, he just tried to recruit mutants. But in the comic books, he did go to college. He was in the military. And they also call him the Shepherd in the TV show too, which is his nickname that the soldiers gave him. Why? Because he did search and rescue missions. He would go out and find people who was captured or something like that, or behind enemy lines, and they needed help. He would have a team, and he would lead them and then guide them back home like a shepherd. And because nobody ever got caught or hurt or harmed while he was in his care, because he used his telepathy to guide them through. He knew where the enemies were. He knew where not to go. So they had no trouble. So they was able to get back home safely without any problems. That's also the fact. Also, when he went with his stepbrother Cain, they fought. He had him. He thought he had him die, buried under the temple. But that's another story. But other than that, I like the fact they have it in there, because most of the time they don't really show that in the movies at all. Because after he joined the military, he traveled the world trying to find other mutants like him. He also learned some other martial arts techniques along the way, other styles of fighting too, to help him out. That's how he was able to train the X-Men to know how to fight. They didn't know how to do that on their own because they got powers. But I like the fact they kept that in there. And you got to see him building Cerebro, and him tracking down the Shadow King the first time he found another mutant like him and trying to talk. Because the thing is, though, the whole thing he was trying to do was he found another mutant like him. He got excited. He wanted to meet this mutant just to talk. Finding about his life experience, things he went through, and trying to get understanding with somebody else who was like him. Like he didn't feel like he was alone. Now he finally felt like somebody, even though he has somebody in his life, but she's not like him. And the idea that, well, got him happy. Finding out that Farouk was the evil person and actually like a monster, well, that turned things into kind of sideways. But this Washington situation, Washington episode, very interesting. It was very different. It was a slow pace to it. Because at first I wasn't quite sure what was going on at first, and then they kept flashing to the present with David and the music playing and all the hippies around him, and you were saying, what is exactly happening here? And that was just representing David trying to contact his mom. And I was just, oh, okay. Once you see everything fall into place and how everything works and everything is flowing, it makes perfect sense. Because oh, okay, I like how this goes. This show doesn't follow the rules like regular shows does, how they tell a story. Even though it may be a little bit outside the box, it still does make sense no matter how crazy it may be. And the way it flows, and like I said, it doesn't flow the normal pathways, but it still tells a story well enough you actually know what's going on. And when you find out, and even you might not know what's going on at first, when it does finally reveal itself, everything makes sense that started off before. And I'm like, oh, okay. So overall, great episode. We didn't enjoy it a whole lot. It's trippy, weird as always, but it's fun and enjoyable to watch. They still do this even though in the movies and in the TV show too have Charles Xavier with hair. I don't know why they can't just have him be bald. I guess it may be too obvious he's Charles Xavier, but Charles has always been bald. He's been bald. I think he went bald when he was a child because his mutant powers manifested pretty early, and I'm not sure he was bald because of mutant powers or as a result of one and the other. But he's been bald a pretty long time, so I don't know why they're so scared to not have him have hair. But it is what it is. Other than that, love the episode. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode of Legion. If you haven't been watching it, check it out for yourself. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy it. Have fun watching it too. So give my channel a big like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams and life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, people.